Hello my dazzling stars and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to look at urgent messages from your spirit guides. What do you need to know right now? And I actually sat down to film a entirely different video, but then I was called to film this video. So this is something which your spirit guides want you to know right now. So before I begin, I would like to add that I feel this is especially crucial because right now a lot is happening in the universe. Okay, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is currently closing up with Chiron, the planet of healing, and Karen is like the wounded healer, so that is where a lot of our wounds and our past traumas lie. So there is this global unrest which I have noticed amongst my friends. Like everyone has something or the other, everyone is going through dilemma. Some have actually reached a resolution in the past week, some are still going through it. But I feel like if you have not dealt with it, if you have not passed it, if you are not done with the dilemma, if you have not found the solution, if you have not addressed the thing which is causing you unrest right now, this could be a little difficult. And what spirit wants you to know, that this is something which needs to be done right now. If there is something which is bubbling or which is coming up to the surface, then it needs to be looked at, it needs to be introspected. That might be painful, that might be scary, you might not be able to understand why this is happening, or you might just feel lost and confused, which is why, as I said, while I sat down to do the video which I wanted to do initially, which was about pick a pile and about Saturn in Pisces and what the next 3 years is going to look like. Spirit was like, no, this is what you're meant to do right now. Do this. So Spirit came really strong for this. So yeah, this is urgent message from your spirit guides. What do you need to know right now? If you're going through some turmoil, this is your message from your spirit guide. So as you can see, we have 4 piles here, and this card 1, 2, 3, and 4. As you can see, I didn't add any crystals today because I was just asked not to. I didn't feel the pull to that. Okay, but I'm going to turn the cards over. So if you want to choose with the cards in this position, you can pause this video here and choose the cards, and then you can jump to the timestamps which will be given in the description, and also this video will be stamped, you know the drill. You can just skip ahead to that, or if you want to choose with the images of the card, then you can wait, and I'm going to do that now. And after that, you can pause the video or just choose whichever image clicks or whichever image resonates with you the most. Okay, so pile 1, we have temptation. Pile 2, we have the fool. Pile 3, we have moon. Oh, interesting. Pile 4, we have 9 of fire. So yeah, these are the 4 cards, these are the 4 piles. So you can pause this video here and choose your card, choose your pile, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello my pile 1, so welcome to your reading. You have the card of temptation. Let's take a look at the rest of the cards which I have already pulled for you. You have the Queen of Water. Interesting. We're going to place her here because I'm hating the glare. These cards are glossy, which is why I usually try not to include this in my readings, but it wanted to come today, so okay. Sorry, it's not working. So we're just going to ignore the glare. Yeah, keep it here. Then we have Treasure Island. Ooh, lovely. Interesting. Glare again. Yeah, this is better. We have Answer the Call for you. We have Play, have fun, don't be so serious. We have Portal, doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild cards. And we have a new earth. Interesting, it's happening, keep holding the vision. Okay, interesting. So what's coming to me first at first glance is that right now Okay, I feel like you're doing something right now, or you're on the verge of doing something right now, but then your goals are not clear. Maybe you are at this point, at this juncture of your life where you have started doing something new, or you have started on a new road, or you're pursuing this new thing which you didn't do before. And the thing is, your what spirit is saying, that your energies are not clear. Whatever is being communicated to spirit right now, the energies are not clear. So what spirit wants you to do is hold the vision, okay, which also came out here. It's happening, keep holding the vision. So the thing which is happening is that I see that you have started walking down the right path. Okay, you have made some choice, or you are on the verge of making some choice, but that you know intuitively which path you need to choose. Okay, you feel that calling from deep within your heart. You know that you are being drawn towards this path, and your decision has been made. Your decision has been made. You know that this is the path you need to walk down upon. Okay, but what spirit is saying is that your energies are not clear right now. Okay, like your the choice which you have made is the right choice for you. The choice you have made is indeed the right choice for you. But the thing is, the message which universe is getting, or your motivations are not about this thing is not clear. Okay, you are on the right path, you are doing the right thing, you have made the right choice, but then your motivations are not clear. Okay, what is happening is that, and I get it, okay, I get it. Let's say you have made a choice, and I don't know, okay, let's say that you're a student and you have chosen a particular stream, you have chosen a particular field that you want to study, that you want to pursue, that you want to work upon, and so on and so forth. But the thing is, while that is the right path for you, that stream which you have chosen, that field which you have chosen, is the right path for you, but the thing is, your motives about that field, that's not clear. What spirit wants you to address, what spirit wants you to ask yourself, is that why are you pursuing that field? What is your motive? What is your purpose to pursuing that field? That yes, obviously, like, everyone wants that financial abundance. That's not gonna lie, I mean, that's the truth. Everyone wants abundance, everyone wants prosperity, and it's not something we can just run away from, which we can just shy away from, or we can just say, oh no, our financial abundance or our financial situation does not bother us, because it does. We all want to be comfortable. We all want all that is best in the world. We all want to experience all that and be happy, and it's usually that we tie happiness to abundance, right? We tie our emotional happiness and emotional fulfillment to being abundant and to being comfortable and everything. And it's not false, right? I'm not going to tell you that it's a wrong goal to pursue, because it's not. We need financial abundance and we need financial security in order to lead a particular sort of life. But what spirit is saying, and it's funny, and this I can actually um, relate to, because I feel like this is also my pile, and this is also the message for me, because this is something which I struggle with as well. Like, you see, I am running this channel. I mean, I have started this channel, and obviously, I want this to blow over. And I'm not gonna lie, like, that is the intention, right? I want this channel to be hugely popular, and I want to be able to monetize this channel. I'm not going to lie, that's the truth. I want to monetize this channel, and I want this to start generating some income for me, and that is the truth. That is the truth of the matter. But what is also the truth, like, while obviously everyone wants that financial security and abundance and everything, the the other reason why I'm only doing this and not something else, is because I want to provide some guidance. I want to provide some light. I want to give some light, love, and power to my viewers. I want to offer it to them. I want them to come here and be able to find some guidance, because that's what I have also found in a multiple places. Like, I have gone to channels, like, I love pick card readings, which is why I'm doing them and I'm offering them in this channel of mine, because this is a service to me. Okay, like I'm doing this, and like I have followed so many channels over the years, like who do pick a pile readings, who do pick a card readings, and I have found, what I've realized is that I'm drawn to different channels at different periods of my life. Like when I started on this journey, like my very first videos which I used to watch was from a channel which I can't even stand anymore. Okay, so like that is just no longer, and I'm not saying that she is not doing good content and everything, but that was what I needed at that particular time. And this is what I and right now I am following a different channel entirely. Okay, like of course I listen, I do my own readings, and I have people who do my readings, but there are still channels who I go to for guidance. Okay, and I love them and I adore them, and they give me so much of light, and they give me so much of confirmation and guidance and everything I get from those channels. And is that just you're drawn to different channels at different periods of your life? Sometimes you'll be drawn more to channel A and sometimes more to channel B, and it's because at that particular time that is what that channel holds for you. Okay, the energies at that particular time align, and it's nothing wrong. It's not like the creator stop developing. It's just that you're both, like the both of us, the creator who I used to follow before and me, where I am on my journey right now, we have gone our separate path. Our path is no longer aligned, so I've stopped watching their videos. Okay, so it's just like that. And since I found so much of guidance from those channels, I decided, like, yeah, if I can guide, if my videos, if I do the same thing, because I love reading tarot, I do tarot readings professionally, and I love when I can see people do, have those healing experiences over some of the readings and everything. And while I know these are generalized readings, so only take whatever resonates and leave the rest, while I love that one-on-one, I also want to be able to offer the readings to people who might not be able to afford the readings, or who might not have means to contact me, or just who might not be open to it right now. Direct one-on-one, because, well, there's everything has a time and a place, right? So the main purpose for this channel is also that, like, yeah, I want to monetize, but that's the secondary reason. The first thing is that I really wish from the deep, from the core of my heart, that this videos, they come across people who need them and they are able to guide them. So what spirit is telling you is kind of the same thing. Like, yeah, you might have started walking down this road, like you might want to be a lawyer, but is it just for the money, or is it for something else as well? Because if it's just for the money, then you need to communicate to spirit that, yeah, it's just about the money and I don't want to be noble about it. Or you don't have to, like, if that is the path you have chosen just for financial abundance, that's fine, there is nothing wrong with that. But what spirit wants from you is clarity. Like, what exactly do you want right now? Because based on that, if your energies are not clear, you won't be able to attract the right things into your life either. Okay, so in order to attract the right things, in order for spirit to send you the right opportunities, or the right viewers, or the right teachers, you have to be clear about what you want. Because let's say if you are seeking financial abundance, then you need a different guide, right? A different teacher than someone who just wants to go down and, I don't know, maybe like volunteer, become like a public prosecutor or something. I don't know why this law thing is coming to my mind, but it's coming to my mind. So let's say if you want to be a criminal lawyer, then you have to choose very different guides than, let's say, you just want to be a public servant and be a public prosecutor, and or a public defendant, and just the paths will be very different. So what spirit wants you to do is find that reason, find the core. Like, do not be confused is the message which spirit is telling you. And do not send confusing messages, because when you're doing that, spirit cannot send you the right opportunities, spirit cannot send you the right people, and spirit cannot send you the right clients and guides, and so on. So what spirit is saying is that follow your emotions. In order to know that, like, everyone wants financial abundance and bliss. Like, everyone, there's not a single person on this world who would be like, oh, I don't want to earn money. I mean, sure, there would be people who don't really care about them, and there are those selfless people who are just happy renunciating everything. But if you're not one of those person, that's okay, right? That is okay. But you have to own up to yourself. And what spirit is telling you, what your spirit guides are telling you, is look within yourself, because you'll find the truth of why you are doing this thing within yourself. You might be confused, but you're deep down, you know, your spirit knows, your soul knows what is the thing which you're actually looking for. What is the thing which you actually want to strive? Like, let's say again that you want to be a criminal lawyer. So do you defend every criminal, or because you believe that everyone deserves a second chance, or are you only defending people who have wrongly been incriminated and stuff like that? Okay, so like there are those questions which you need to look into, and do not let your purpose, or do not let your intentions be something which is not. Do not let your intentions be swayed by others. Okay, like, just if what you want to do is something, but you are pursuing something else because you think that is better, what spirit is saying is no, do not be swayed. Look within you. Look within you. Okay, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? What is your soul calling you to do? Because as I said, deep down, you know why you have chosen this path, or why you want to choose this path. Okay, and you know deep down what is it that you want to do. And spirit is also saying is have fun, celebrate, don't be too serious. Like, it's not a life or death situation. Okay, it's not like if you want to serve, then you won't be able to lead a comfortable life, because the universe is abundant. The universe will provide. Okay, the universe is abundant, and the universe will provide. So you don't have to worry about that. What you just have to worry about right now, what you just have to focus on right now, is your own inner peace, your own inner calm, and enjoy, have fun doing the thing, exploring the thing which you want to do, because you have started working. Like, you shouldn't even be asking this question. You are on the right path, you're on the right track. All you need is that clarity. Okay, and then it says doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. So this this is again what I was talking about, right? Portals right now, doors are opening for you. Okay, many new opportunities are going to come to you, but they will be a vibrational match for the energies, for the vibration which you are sending out. Okay, like, all you want is fame, that's fine, but you have to own up to that, because then spirit will send you people, spirit will send you stuff which can give you fame, as opposed to if you want to, let's say, just serve without going in the limelight, then you will be getting totally different opportunities. So you have to choose. Okay, make the choice. It's happening. Keep holding the vision, and do not have doubt that you won't be able to do this thing, because you can. Okay, there is this whole treasure island which is coming your way. So basically, whichever whatever field you choose, whichever thing you choose, when you're choosing the purpose which actually calls to you, you're going to get the treasure island. You're going to be secure, you're going to be abundant, you're going to be safe and secure and comfortable. Every great thing is going to happen to you. So do not worry about it. Okay, do not worry about the treasure island, because you're going to be so abundant, and you're going to be so rich, and you're going to be so comfortable that, well, you can't even imagine the abundance and the treasure which is coming your way. So what spirit is telling you is that hold your vision and pursue your true calling. Pursue the calling and do the thing which your heart wants to do. Do not follow anyone else, and do not listen to other people, because, well, that might be their truth, that is not your truth. Now I'm going to pull a few tarot cards for you, because let's just look at what additional message spirit has for you. What additional message does spirit have for pile 1? What additional message does spirit have for pile 1? What does pile 1 need to know right now? Additional message for pile 1. Message from spirit for pile 1. Oh, lovely. Okay, so did you see something? You have the Queen of Cups and you have the Queen of Water. Like, you got the Queen of Cups again. So as I said, keep holding the vision. Okay, whatever thing you're working upon right now, whatever your soul desires to do right now, it will bring you that abundance. And Can you see that? Like both the screens are looking at the treasure island, looking into the treasure island, and it was not planned, okay? It just came to me, and this is an added confirmation that you are going to be comfortable, you are going to be abundant, you are going to be secure, okay? So do not worry about that. Do not worry about that thing. Whatever thing is coming to you, it is whatever it is that you want to pursue, it is going to keep you abundant and fulfilled and comfortable. Okay, then you have strength and the sun and the king of swords. Okay, so the strength card talks about looking into the face of your fears and looking sorry, I lost track there. Looking into the face of your fears and taming your fears, sort of like coming in terms with your fears, because you cannot overcome your fears by ignoring them. You have to befriend them, you have to talk to them, you have to address them, because they don't just go away. Okay, fears don't just go away. You have to address them. They cannot go away if they're not addressed. But if you address them, if you look into the eye, if you talk about them, okay, if you let your fears out, if you address your fears, if you face your fears, then what happens is the healing. Because the sun card is a card of healing, the sun card is the card of confidence, is the card of that clarity, it is the card of abundance, healing, nurture. But what I'm feeling here is that the doubt which is in your mind could be due to this fear. Okay, there is this fear of insecurity, there is this insecurity of maybe certain things, like what if I lose this thing, or this is just something which you have faced up until now, like if I do this thing I'm just going to face rejection, if I do that thing I'm just going to face rejection, maybe like I'm not good enough. There is this whole imposter syndrome which is coming to my mind. But what spirit is telling you is that right now, with Jupiter conjunct Chiron, you need to look into the face of your fears, you need to look into the face of your wounds, because only when you look into the face of them and you address them. Now do not do that alone. If you don't, if your traumas run very deep, okay, take the help of a therapist, take the help of a counselor, take the help of a friend, a guide, or whoever you want to, but take someone in. I'm feeling, okay, like take the help of someone. Do not do that alone unless that is your process, okay? Because sometimes what comes up can be really scary, because there's a lot of pain which is often trapped within, and which we might even not realize. But only through facing them, only through looking into them, will we be able to heal them. If we don't look at the cut which we have, okay, and let's say it's festering or it's getting infected, if we don't take, if we don't go to the ER and we seek attention for that, if we don't get it cleaned and properly looked at, then it will just keep on getting more infected, and then we might end up with gangrene and who knows what. Like, it's going to be even more painful. But what happens is that when you look into the wound and you're like, okay, it looks bad, but then you go and you attend to that, the wound heals over time. But if you can't just ignore it, okay, like the wound won't go away if you just ignore it. It's just going to get infected and more infected, and that's just going to give you more and more pain over the years. Instead, if you look into the face of the fears now, there's healing which is coming your way. There is also, like, I'm really getting the message that seek the help of someone. Do not do it alone. Seek the help of a therapist, someone who is trained into it maybe, or like even a friend or someone who you can trust, someone who has your back. Like, take someone's help, but really seek professional help, because a tarot reader cannot be your professional help, cannot be a therapist. A tarot reader is not a therapist, okay? Seek the help of a healer, basically, okay? And look into the face of the wound, because you need to face this in order to overcome this fear which is trapped within. Because once that is done, this is there, okay, you'll be able to get to the treasure island quicker. Because if we let our fears hold us back, then we are not able to get to our goals, because often our fears will stop us from making that leap of faith, because we have only fallen in the past. But that doesn't mean that we will keep on falling for eternity, right? Like when we learn to ride a bicycle, you might fall 5 times, but on the sixth try or 16th try, you will get up and you'll be able to ride the bike. Okay, like, so nothing is impossible, but you have to look in the face of your wounds now. Like, let's say in childhood, you just have that fear of falling over and over and over and over again. Maybe you tried 50 times and you just fell, and it didn't work for you. Okay, so you just remember the pain. But then if you don't address that, and if you don't take help of someone, then that fear stays a fear. Instead, if you take someone's help and you're like, hey, you know what, I'm going to ride the bike, so maybe just be there to support me, or like, and just go out, ride the bike, and now you're an adult and you're more equipped and you're stronger, you'll be able to do it now. Just because you have faced rejection in the past, that you will be also face rejection in the present, is the message which I'm getting. Okay, and again, the message of clarity has come up with the King of Swords. Like, you need to look into the face of your fears and you need to be clear about your intentions. Okay, clarity of intentions is important, because as I said, unless clarity is there, you won't get your heart's desire. Okay, so for today, I also thought that I would do some book divination. So book divination is basically where I open the book and I do a bit of this and then open the book to some random page, and I'm going to read you a bit from this page because this looks big. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a part. You'll find your true nature in nature. You'll find something more in woods than books. Trees and stones will teach you that which you can never learn from masters. I grew up in Australia by the ocean. The cars on my street would rust quickly in the salty air. And looking back, I see how the sea breeze cleansed, released, and regenerated so much for me too. My feet would be in the sand pretty much every day. If not, then the roots or rocks or grass. Nature was a huge part of my life, but I didn't think anything of it. When I moved to London, my whole body mourned the loss of salt water. I started craving it like a drug. I would pile bucket loads of sea salt into my bath and onto my foot, but it wasn't the salt that I was missing as much as the presence of the wild element itself on my skin, messing up my hair, her waves churning through my limbs, but my busy life didn't allow the time to ponder over what it was that made my heart feel like it was ever so slowly closing up. When my life fell apart in 2011, I remember being on the floor of my apartment, which had just begun to flood. I had just burst into tears, and the water pipes burst in unison. The water was my message that the way I was living could not go on. While I was on my knees, I prayed for guidance. I knew something had to change. Tuning into my intuition, I was led to follow that lit me up, and it brought me back to nature and indeed my own true nature. I discovered London parks, rose gardens, wisdom keepers in the shape of trees. As I allowed myself to be one with nature, I felt myself coming back to life. As I allowed myself to truly see the nature around me, I started seeing myself mirrored back. As I allowed myself to be led by nature, I reconnected back to my inner compass. As I allowed myself to notice and listen to nature, I began hearing the whispers of my soul. As I allowed myself to be held by nature, I found myself being held by all of life. No matter how disconnected, confused, lost, broken, betrayed, or hurt you find yourself, you can find your true nature in nature. Nature is a living, breathing mirror of who we are. We see ourselves as separate from it, but in fact, we are a part of it. Nature is teaching us how to be human every moment of every day. The rose coaxes us to open and soften our heart. The oak teaches us to drop our roots deep in order to stand tall. The sand assures us that change is inevitable and that we are always altering in form. The frangipani reminds us of the sweetness of life. I have no idea what that is, but the shell whispers secrets long forgotten. The butterfly proves that there is life after loss. The volcano tells us that if we hold it in, eventually we will explode. No matter who you are, you will find your true nature in nature. There is wisdom in the plants and trees and rocks and the earth below us, but we cannot unlock it if we don't connect and listen. Mother Earth is constantly whispering, waiting for us to connect with her secrets. The ancients knew this. It's time for us all to remember. When you connect with nature, you are connecting with all of life and everything of every possible moment. If you make connecting to nature part of your daily practice, you will awaken your senses enough to notice the subtle changes in your life. If you focus on how it feels to be in nature, the earth beneath your feet, the scent in the air, the sun on your face, the water on your skin, the flowers opening for you in all their glory, you'll be activating your feeling body. When your feeling body is activated, your soul is able to be grounded in your body. It is in this place that your soul's whispers can be heard most. When your soul's whispers can be heard most clearly and divine ideas can land on your lap. Nature is always present. It's we who are not. It's we who are not. When you take a moment to be truly in nature, you discover how many gifts she offers you every moment of every day. Practice intuitive nature walking. My favorite tool for increasing your intuition and getting into the flow of life is to spend time in nature doing a practice I call intuitive nature walking. All you need to do is find a large part of nature, ideally a park, a beach, forest, or bushland, and allow yourself to be moved by the Shakti of life. Work and be moved with no attachment to the outcome. If you feel yourself being led to a big tree, then walk to the big tree. If you find yourself being led to lie on a rock on the earth, lie on the earth. If you feel guided to climb a rock, climb a rock. Notice the beauty around you. Allow nature to move you. Trust the process as you allow nature to intuitively guide you home. Rise, sister, rise. Take yourself on an intuitive nature walk. Go into nature, set your alarm for 20 minutes and allow yourself to be moved by the Shakti of life. Okay? So, I had no intention of reading the whole thing, but then I felt this came up, so I had to. So there is this message here and it says no matter where she was in the world, she always found her true nature in nature. So maybe like as a means of healing, as a means of gaining that clarity, you can take a walk in the nature, and that definitely helps for me, like sometimes. And I have this other channel and I was writing some script about this other for this other channel, and I had no idea what I wanted to say. Like, I was like, I don't have even 2 minutes of content. Like, what do I even say? Like, yeah, this happened like this and this. But then I was on my evening walk, and the story just came to me. Like, the story of my life and how everything relates and everything brought me to this moment here. So it's amazing what nature walks can do. Go on a nature walk. Okay, so yeah, if you like this video, if it gave you some clarity, to give this video a like, leave a comment down below and subscribe for more videos like this because it really helps the channel. And I'll see you the next time. Bye. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me do this reading for you. Hello, my group 2. So if you picked this pile or if you picked the full, then this is your reading. And welcome to your reading. Thank you for letting me read for you today. So you have the card of the Fool. And what this card represents is new beginning. So what I feel is happening for you is, obviously, you're about to have this new beginning in this life. In this world. Okay, so let's first go through all the cards which I've already picked for you. You have the High Priestess. Love her. I love the High Priestess. I love whenever she shows up in any of the readings. You have Fork in the Road. Oh my god, lovely. You have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundation, divine plan. You have transformation, things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Interesting. Like, wow. You have earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. And you have child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Wow. I love this card. Okay. So what can I say? It's really clear. I mean, like, the message for your pile couldn't be clearer. So what I'm getting at the very first glance, without diving too deep into the reading, which we will do in a bit, is that you are you are about to start this new journey, or this new opportunity is going to show up to you, or you have this new opportunity in your life. Yeah, it's likely that you have this new opportunity in your life. Like, there is this choice which you need to make. There is this fork in the road which you need to choose. So it's like, you are at a crossroad in your life. So it's like, do you go left, or do you go right, or do you go straight, or do you go back? It's like one of those choices which you need to make right now. And I deeply, deeply feel this for you. And what's like, you might be confused what is the correct path for you. You might be confused what is the right path for you to take. But what Spirit is telling you is to be the high priestess, that you have the wisdom, that you have the intelligence of the universe within you. You are the high priestess, okay? You have the energy of the high priestess with you right now. And the high priestess is someone who is very spiritually aligned. The high priestess is someone who is very intuitive, and she can see through the layers, okay? She can see through the veils of the universe. So it's like she can look into the other world and stuff, but obviously it's not talking just about that. Like, it could be about peering into the other world for some of you, but since those are generalized readings, I'm also going to give other options and like more regular, like, because peering into the other world, that's not everyone's purpose. Like, that's you have to do some work before that. Not that you cannot do if that is what you want to do, but yeah, like, but if that is something which you want to do, since we're already talking about that, if this is something which you seek to do, if you want to look and peer into the other world, if mediumship is something which you want to delve into, if mediumship is something which you want to explore, if you want to be a medium, or if you feel called to be a medium, that is definitely a high possibility. Like, this is definitely a big indicator for the there's this like this high priestess card is a big indicator of that. Okay, like, if you want to do heavy spiritual work, then the high priestess is with you. But even if you're not into doing spiritual work, what the high priestess is saying here is that, and I have to say it because Saturn just moved into Pisces, and Pisces is the sign of intuition. Pisces is the divine intelligence. Pisces is the divine consciousness, right? So there is this shift which is happening, which has been happening over the time, because timelines are not solid, right? Timelines, like, the shifts might actually happen on this particular day, but the energy start changing before the shifts start happening. And so, like, it's not like a box that nothing can happen outside the box, because it's very gaseous, okay? Like, the changes start happening way before the actual transits happen. So what I'm feeling for you right now is that you have the energy of the high priestess. Like, you're very intuitive, and you are highly conscious of your soul's desire. You are getting a lot of intuition, and you're getting a lot of intuitive guidance right now. Okay, so what your spirit guides are telling you, what spirit wants you to know right now, is that if you are questioning, if you are asking, if you're in doubt about certain things, if you're in doubt of certain path which you need to follow, okay, do not doubt that, because whichever path your soul feels called to, whichever path your soul is calling you to explore, that is the path which you need to explore right now. Okay, there is no wrong choice, and you can never choose wrong. That is what your soul is telling you to do. Do what your soul wants to do. To go the way, seek guidance of your soul, seek guidance of your higher soul. Okay, because cosmic consciousness, cosmic intelligence is flowing into you right now with the high priestess card having showed up in your reading. Okay, you have to start this new journey, but start this new journey with the intuition of the high priestess on your side. And she is on your side. She is on your side with everything which just showed up for your reading. She is on your side. She is already guiding you. You are already intuitively being guided by your spirit guides. Your spirit guides are already giving you signs and synchronicities, and they're giving you confirmation that this is the path which you need to follow. You'll start seeing synchronicities and things, okay? And that is that is an indicator that yes, you're in alignment, and you're in alignment to your goal when you start seeing a lot of synchronicities. Like, I usually find that when I'm not in harmony with the divine plan, when I'm not moving with consciousness of the divine, or when I feel out of alignment, I stop seeing all the synchronicities around me. Like, I'll miss so much of things, right? Like, I it's just that it becomes so difficult for me to see the angel numbers and everything, and I'm someone who is highly attuned to that. Like, whenever I'm seeing angel numbers, I feel like, okay, like, yeah, I'm on the right path. But then when I stop seeing the angel numbers, I'm like, okay, something is wrong, and obviously even I feel out of alignment. So, you can use that as a confirmation, but that is just an example, and that doesn't have to be your example. For you, it can be something entirely different. Okay, so spirit guides are telling you is that there is this fog in the road, there is this choice which you need to make, and that is something which you will have to make. But you need not be confused, you need not be scared about making this decision, because intuitively you know the choice you need to make, whether to go ahead with your plan or whether to go back. You know which is the right choice for you. Okay, you know intuitively which is the right choice for you, and the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Again, this is a confirmation. This is the high priestess again echoed, like this is another major energy of the high priestess. So she's saying the same thing. Then it's saying pearls of the mother, solo down, time in nature. Again, if you're feeling very disharmony, okay, if you're feeling out of balance, out of alignment, then sometimes all you need to do is slow down, spend some time in nature. Okay, just spend some time alone by yourself, or just spend some time in nature. Have the time, give yourself that break, give yourself the time to just be present in the moment, because the clarity which comes to you at when you're present in the moment and is amazing. Okay, I have experienced that. So that is one guidance which is coming to you. Now, coming to these two cards, it is saying that things are happening at cellular level, deep healing with this new path opening up for you. I feel like this is something, okay, and I'm really getting a hit of, I don't know, like, nostalgia here, that this is a path which maybe your soul wanted to pursue a few years before. Okay, like, you had this opportunity in the past, or you had something which is close to this opportunity. It might not be exactly the same opportunity, but you had something of this opportunity in the past, and you pass that up, you pass that opportunity up, because you thought you are not good enough. Okay, you thought you are not good enough to be doing that thing, and like, who am I to be doing this thing? Like, am I even good enough? Am I even wise enough to do this thing? And I'm getting major Oprah vibe from this card. So I feel like a lot of you, again, with the high priestess having showed up in your reading, yeah, there's definitely an Anna. Oh my god, the grandmother of Jesus, how could I forget that? And obviously the intelligent child of the cosmos. Like, what I'm getting here is that you have deep healing abilities, okay, not just for yourself but also for others. Like, you are this healer, you're meant to have this work, and you're meant to work in deep healing fields. And so obviously you can be the traditional healer, like doctor, surgeon, nurse, healer, shaman, you know, like Reiki master, acupuncturist, tarot reader, because why not? Tarot reader needs a lot of intuition. And while it might seem like the traditional medicine doesn't need a lot of intuition, but that is not actually correct, right? Because I'm sure that most of us have watched Grey's Anatomy, so we have seen how sometimes, like, the tests don't show all the things which might be going, sometimes the actual issues which might be causing a particular problem in the body, they don't show up in the test, and then the doctors have to take some intuitive hits and some intuitive like, make some intuitive choices and some risks, because it's like this. So basically what I'm saying, that even traditional doctors need that intuition. It's not just tarot readers, magicians, and Reiki masters and pranic healers who just need the intuition. Everyone needs intuition. Everyone needs to rely on this intuition. So you have this healing talent within you, and right now what's happening is that you're meant to be this healer. You're meant to be this generational healer for your family and maybe even groups of friends. And maybe you're already in that line, or you're going to start in that line. That could be the new opportunity for you. And what Spirit is telling you is that yes, you're good enough to be doing that. You are good enough to be guiding these people, because you are you have done this work in the past life as well. Okay, this is not something which you're just doing. The foundation for this has been laid in the past lives as well. You have done something very similar, or you have done the work which you need to do. Like right now you might think, oh, I'm just like maybe 20, who am I to be giving, like, you know, this guidance to others? But the thing is, some people are just born with it. Okay, I know one of my friends, like, she's her mom said, like, you know, when she was 8, she used to be like the family therapist or something. Obviously not healthy, and that messed her up. But what I'm saying is that some people are just born that way, and you're born with these talents. Like, these are some of the talents: this healing, this guidance, this being a teacher, this being a healer. These are some of the skills which you are carrying over from your past lifetimes as well. And you need to trust on your intuition. You need to trust on your own abilities, because this is not something which you are doing in this particular lifetime. You have done this in last lifetimes as well, and you are meant to follow this path. So whatever path is showing up for you right now, that is the correct path for you. That is not so stop questioning yourself, stop judging yourself. That is not the wrong path for you. And again, you have Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundation, divine plan. So, like, we all know the story of Anna, right? The grandmother of Jesus. She actually laid the foundations. She actually made the society ready, so that she actually made everything ready so that the consciousness of the Christ can come into this world. And I'm actually going to pull the book on this, because it's written so nicely in the book. And I know, I mean, like, obviously, like Rebecca Campbell, I love her. I love her writing. So, where is Anna? Yeah, 88. Oh my god. Come on. I was just talking about synchronicities, and if this, I don't know if this is, what is this if this is not a synchronicity? Because the Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, it's page 88. Like, what are the chances? And 88 is also the number of prosperity and abundance. And that, right? So, like, wow. Talk about synchronicities. So we are on the right path here. Okay, let's go to page 88. Okay, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundation, divine plan. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundations for Christ consciousness to be woven through all of life. She is not widely known, but without her, Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being, while knowing that they would not see the glorious end results. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, and the mystic who can see the thread that is woven through all of life. Anna teaches us that we all have a part to play in the divine plan. It doesn't have to be on the world stage to be significant. One person's part is not worthier than another. One person's part maybe to mother their children, and others maybe to gather women in circle each month. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us all to remember and surrender to our part of the plan. So that it's so basically what she is telling you is surrender to the plan. Like, you have done this in the past, you have laid the foundation, and right now whatever work you are about to do, or whatever work you are being made ready to do, this is not something which you're just doing. This is all is happening for a reason. Okay, so have faith, trust yourself, and trust the divine timing of things, because all only happens in divine timing. Now I'm just going to pull a few tarot cards for you and see what comes through, Okay, additional message for pile 2. What does group 2 have to know right now? What does group 2 need to know right now? Ooh, okay, interesting. Okay, so we have 4 cards. This is the creator, Pamela. Somehow it was in that as well. So we have 4 cards. Let's go ahead with the reading. Yeah. Okay, so I was just checking one thing that I think pile 3 also had the moon card, and since the moon also showed up in that in your reading, so if you could were called initially to pile 3 as well, do check that reading out as well. That could have some message, and because the same card showed up in both the piles. Okay, so you have the 8 of Wands, which talks about swift advancement, like your plans, whatever plans you have made up until this moment, those you need to put those plans in motion, because things are also like once you make the choice, it's all going to start moving in a very rapid pace. Your life is going to become so busy. Maybe you'll be like, booked like all the time. You'll be like, your schedule will be like full. So do not hesitate, is the message which I'm getting here. Again, the moon card talks about looking into the face of your fears, but also I am getting the feeling that this could be something which you are practicing at night. uh, okay, like maybe you feel more recharged at night, or you are feeling more intuitive during the night. So if there's a choice which you need to make at night, or night has some sort of semblance, night has some sort of significance to you, take this as an added confirmation, since that was the message which was coming through. And of course, keep in mind this is generalized reading, so obviously just take the part which resonates and leave the rest. Okay, so what I'm feeling is that once you make this choice, obviously, like your life starts moving in a your life starts advancing. You start advancing on this line in a very rapid pace. Like if this is something which has to do with spirituality, with alternative medicine, it's like your crown chakra is getting activated, and the crown chakra is a chakra here. Your chakra is getting activated, and you're getting so much of divine intelligence which is flowing into you, and you will actually be able to channel the child of the cosmos, so that you are able to develop and grow in a very massive rate. Okay, and as a result of that, like the things become so much clearer to you. Things are becoming so much clearer to you. And the King of Pentacles, okay, the King of Pentacles is coming up as well. So things start moving in a very rapid pace, and a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance, a lot of opportunities also come up for you. So if you have doubt whether this thing is the right thing for you or not, take this as an added confirmation that yes, it is going to make you immensely wealthy. It is going to make you immensely successful. This is what you were meant to do. This is what you were always meant to do. This is why you worked on this thing for all the past lifetimes. Okay, and also like the 3 of Pentacles showed up in your reading. So what I'm getting is that, and this is an additional message which I just wanted to pull an advice from the spirit say. Okay, so here it is saying that maybe find some help. Okay, if this is something which you have to do yourself, maybe you can collaborate with someone. You don't have to do everything yourself. Like let's say if you have to market a particular product, so if you're thinking about marketing a particular product, you don't have to do everything yourself. You can find someone to help you out with, someone who can do the marketing pitch and everything. Or if this is something which you have to do yourself, there's this additional message which is coming, is that know that sometimes when you cannot collaborate with others, because this is just something which you have to do yourself, let's say. Okay, and I'm not going to give examples because you will know what the thing is for you. If this is something which you have to do yourself, what spirit is telling me is that remember that you are collaborating with spirit. You're not alone in this path. Okay, you might feel that you're alone in this path, but you're not alone. When you feel that you're alone in this path, you are actually working with spirit. You are actually working with your spirit guides, with the universe, with the cosmic consciousness, and you are collaborating with them and you are co-creating with them. So you're not alone. Just call in help, say that I need some guidance, and you'll get signs. Again, I talked about synchronicities. You'll get signs and synchronicities, and they will happen to you. And again, your intuition is so strong, you will know. You will just know, okay? So do not worry, but if whichever path you have chosen to pick is the correct path for you, okay? Wow. I love that, and that is going to bring you so much of abundance and prosperity and opportunities. Now, I'm also going to doing a bit of book divination today at the end because I was just called to. So, yeah, what is basically what basically book divination is that I'm just going to do this and then open it to some random page, and then whichever page comes up I'm going to read that for you. Okay, so can you hold your space for another? Can you hold space for another? Like, really truly hold space for them. One of the most generous gifts you can give someone is your ability to be with them without trying to get them somewhere or get something for yourself. To hold them energetically without turning the conversation back to you. To refrain from saying, me too, in my experience, I can also relate, or how about this? To resist fixing, guiding, saving, or moving at a different speed. To meet them where they're at, and for that place to be absolutely okay. To be the vessel for the mother to enter. To allow your arms and eyes to be the arms and eyes of the great mother, gently rocking them back home, no matter how far they journeyed off course. When you hold space for another, you allow them to move gently from their head to the heart. If the heart feels safe and seen, you will witness the transformation of the soul stepping forth, which is an honor indeed. We all yearn to be witnessed like this. We all long for someone with capacity to truly hold us. Can you hold space for others without fixing them or turning the attention back to you? Who in your life has the capacity to hold space for you? Wow. Okay. So what I'm feeling here strongly from what this particular piece says is that sometimes you really have to hold the space for another, because if you're this healer mentor guide, which again I said like from the beginning, which I was getting major vibes of, sometimes you have to let them have their peace, let them say their piece, instead of saying that yes, I relate. Sometimes all someone needs, sometimes all your patients need is a way out, is a let out, is a outlet for you to be able to say those things, okay, for them to be able to say those things, because sometimes when we give that time to others, we also heal in the process. Okay, we also heal in the process, and sometimes we can just do the healing by listening and waiting for them to ask like, so what is your advice? Sometimes all we have to do is just listen and let them come to their own conclusion, because if you know, like, that's what therapists usually do. They don't give their opinions, they don't give their own feedback, or they don't say, oh my god, yes sister, like that is what I also had to experience. They just are there and they just listen. And what spirit is telling you right now is that what you really need to do is hold space for another, and that is just something which you need to remember on this new journey which you're on, because when you hold space for another, you will also find space for you, if that makes sense. So sometimes just give that space to another, and that's how you can heal them. Sometimes when you don't have the answers, and you don't always have to have the answers, just let them talk, just let them find that, be that, just let them find you as the outlet, okay, some person who they can just vent to, because sometimes that's what people need. When you hold space for others, you also find the space that you need. So this is just, I feel like this is a message which is coming, and this is something which you need to do right now. Maybe there is someone in your life, and I know you're going through your own issues and stuff, but there is just someone in your life who is trying to figure out a lot. And what spirit is telling you is that just be there for them, just listen to them, because when you listen to them you might find the answers to your own questions. Okay, it will just come in the listening. Like spirit is saying, sending you the signs and synchronicities, and you will just find the answers there in your listening. When they are having that talk, like maybe it will just come to you. So what you need to do is observe. Right now all you need to do is observe, because even this card here says pulse of mother, slow down, time in nature. And sometimes obviously you don't have to be out. I mean, like, you can listen to the nature, or you can listen to someone who is actually coming to you and talking about their own problems, because in answering their questions and being there for them, you'll find that the answers you seek, you'll have them as well. Like, you'll just be, wow, I didn't even realize that, but I guess this was the answer which I was always looking for. Okay, so that was your reading, pile 2. If you like this reading, do give this video a like, or if you resonated with this, give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this, because and it really helps me out if you're subscribed to this channel. So yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for letting me read for you, and I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello, my pile 3. So if you chose the pile 3, or if you chose this card, that you have the moon. And the moon is the card of what's hidden, what has not come into the light yet. But with this particular moon card, I feel like there's something which the cosmos is gifting to you. Okay, this is something unexpected, and this is something which you are basically not expecting, and there is something which is hidden to you right now, and something which has not appeared in its truest sense right now, but that is being made. The work is going on behind the scenes, kind of a way. It's happening behind the scenes, you might not see it, but then divine blessing and divine opportunities are going to come your way very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, so first oh my god, let us take a look at the cards which we already have for you, which I've already pulled for you. So you have the King of Earth, and this is the king of abundance and prosperity and financial health and financial abundance and growth. Then you have mending. Interesting. Okay, then you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Interesting. Then you have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Oh my god. See, these two are like so in alignment. Like this one says mending, and then it is break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Then we have Hirayat, longing for home, homesick for the stars. And we have forge, don't follow. Pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. Interesting. So first let me take a look at your cards for a moment here. Okay. So first of all, obviously we are going back to the moon card, and as I said, like, it feels like there is something which is coming your way. There is some hidden opportunity which has not presented itself completely in its truest sense to you yet, but the work is going on behind the scenes. The work, it is coming to you, it is on its way to you, but you have not seen the thing yet. So keep an eye out, expect the unexpected, expect miracles is what is coming to my mind. Then whatever this thing is, whatever this new opportunity is going to be, it could be a new job offer, it could be you getting an admission into the college of your dreams, or something even better than your dreams. Okay, I'm definitely feeling that it is definitely something better than your dreams. It is something which you are not expecting. It is beyond the expected. It is better than what you're expecting. So there is this new offer, there is this new something which is coming into your life, and this is going to be amazing. Okay, this is going to be amazing, and you, with that new opportunity, you are going to be here. You are going to be the king of earth, who is the king of the material realms, who has everything in abundance, who can take literally, it's that taking $10 and making it into $100, that kind of thing. But it might not, but it doesn't necessarily have to be in the monetary place as well. Sorry, what I mean to say is that it doesn't necessarily have to be in the monetary field only. It can also be in some other fields. Maybe you're going to meet someone, maybe you're going to meet your the one, because do keep in mind there's a generalized reading, so only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. So basically, it can be in the financial sector, it can be in the romance sector. You might be meeting someone new, you might be coming across someone who you were looking for. Okay, it could be that guide, that guardian angel who you were looking for. And I don't mean to say guardian angel as in the guardian angel, but more like, someone who is really going to help you grow a lot. Like your soul is going to graduate. Okay, it feels like your soul is going to graduate. Uh, with this new opportunity. Okay, it's going to pass a threshold, it's going to pass a limit, and as a result of that, like, you're definitely going to take that opportunity. Okay, there is no doubt about that. I feel like you will definitely take that, and you're not meant to follow. Okay, you will also pave a new path. So this is probably, like, if it is in the financial sector, if it is in the job sector, if it is in the doing realms, the realms of the doing, or even in relationship sector, like, I feel like it is something, this is going to be something which has not really been done in your family before. So it's like, if your family like has a lot of let's say bad marriages, then you're going to end up in this amazing relationship, and it is going to be one of its kind. Okay, or it could be that you are going to be the first one to graduate in your family, or have a postgraduate degree from your family, or it could be that you're going to be the first business owner of your family, or the first person in service in your family in the service sector, or it could be the first person who is moving abroad and settling abroad and all that. But like, this is a huge opportunity. Okay, and this is something which has not been done before in your family. And why I'm saying this is because, as I said, like, these are generalized readings, so it won't be just the job sector for everyone, but definitely it's going to be the job sector for a lot of people. Like, financially, you're going to get this amazing opportunity, and it's almost like winning the lottery. This is so amazing. Okay, you're going to get this abundant, like, this is coming your way. Whatever the universe has planned for you, it is amazing. So what I'm saying is that, okay, we're here. So it says, forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. So what is the thing which you want to start? Because this thing, whatever thing is coming your way, it feels like you have to go a little forward on your own path before you can get this opportunity. Okay, so it's like, if you are trying to attract the perfect relationship, if you are trying to attract the one, there is that work which needs to be done first in your own life. You first have to be at a position of where you're complete, where you feel complete, where you feel fulfilled, and where you feel like, okay, I don't need another person to survive. You know what I mean? I don't need another person to complete me. I'm complete, and I can be with me regard I can be with myself, and it doesn't matter whether there is, whether I meet the one tomorrow, or like 10 years from now, or like 50 years from now. Like, it would be great if I meet the one. 1 second. Yeah, I didn't realize like the light was turned off, because I was taking a break after doing the second piles reading. So yeah, so basically what I feel is that this is something for which you have to do a little bit of work on yourself, because of this particular card here, the card of mending. Okay, so I feel like there is this bit of work which you need to do, and I'm really getting the feeling that it has to be like mending on yourself, like working on yourself, working on your own. We all have our limited limitations and our limited beliefs. Like, I can't do this and I can't do that, I don't deserve this. Like, I'm not that amazing a person to have this in my life. Like, I'm just a mediocre person, and I'm just an average person, and all I deserve are average, mediocre things. I don't deserve to be the king of pentacles. I don't deserve to be the king of earth and have all the material abundance which I can ever wish for, or which I can ever long for. But what spirit is telling you is that these are just ancestral patterns, okay? These are just ancestral patterns, and these are just the beliefs which are held there, in your which you hold, which is coming forth. And a lot of this is also coming from your ancestors, okay? Because maybe someone in the past, maybe someone, there are like these stories in the past, like when someone wanted to do something which was out of the ordinary, and they faced this devastating failure, or they were just not successful in the traditional sense of the word. But the thing is, sometimes we use the stories as caution stories, but what they do more than caution us is put certain limitations around us. And what you're really meant to do in this lifetime is break free of the limitations, okay? Whatever you feel that you need to do, you don't need to do that, because you're here to break the chain of the ancestral patterns which are there in your family, okay? So you are here to heal that family line, you're here to heal and mend that family line. And which is why, like, okay, I feel like a lot of traumas, a lot of issues might be surfacing for you right now. Like, a lot of fears might be creeping up all of a sudden, like, oh my god, I didn't even know I had this feeling within me. But then all of a sudden you're like, bam, like you get this wave of anxiety and you don't know what's happening. So what's happening, first of all, is that now this is a timeless reading, so it won't be applicable for you. So like, this particular transit won't might not be there when you if you're watching this like after March of 2023, or after, yeah, after this particular time. But the thing is talking about the energies. What I'm talking here right now is about the energies. So it might not be that you are watching this, it might be that you are watching this video when Jupiter is not conjuncting, is not coming into a close conjunction with Chiron in the sky. But what's happening is that you are just in that phase of your life where certain things are coming up for you, where a lot of traumas are coming up for you, where a lot of past wounds are coming up for you, where a lot of fears are coming up for you. And it's more about the energy than about it's more about the energies than about sorry, I hit my camera there. It's more about the energies than about the exact placement or conjunction. So what I was really saying is that what I wanted to say there is that right now in the sky, Chiron, the planet, or it's not a planet, it's an asteroid. Yeah. So a Chiron is like this small planet which holds our wounds. This is where our deepest wounds lay, and they're also like childhood traumas and everything. So, and Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is getting really close to Chiron and is going to almost conjoin or overlap each other. Obviously, they cannot sit on top of each other in the actual sky, but astrologically, like from our geocentric perspective, it just appears that they are like together. So basically they appear to be in the same sign, the same position, etc., etc. So there is this amalgamation of the energies, which basically means that Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is going to expand the energies of Chiron, the or our deep wounds and traumas. So a lot of that might be surfacing right now for you if you're watching this video now in March of 2023. But if you're watching it later, it could just be the general energy, okay? This is just something which you're dealing with, because I have put the intentions that these are timeless readings. Okay, so a lot of these traumas might be coming up right now for you, and it is because you are meant to, whenever, okay, just know this, that whenever you have to face, or you're having to face a lot of traumas, or you're going through a lot of anxiety or a lot of turmoil, it's not that you overlook that. It's not meant to be overlooked at that particular moment. What needs to be done is you look into the thing, you look into your pain and your trauma and your wounds, and find out, like, why are they triggering you? Why have they not healed yet? Because only when you see them, only when you acknowledge them, that's when the traumas get healed. That's when our wounds get healed. Because obviously, if you are not treating the wound correctly, it will get festered and infected, right? And we don't want that. And you are here to break those ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. Know that your future is determined by you. Nothing is fixed in the universe. Yeah, there is this destiny and everything, which is something, but then there is always the free will which has been given to us humans by the universe. And you have to and know that you can step out of your limitations or the limiting beliefs of your families. Okay, just because something has never been done in your family doesn't mean that you cannot do that. Just because someone has never been an actress in your family or an actor in your family, that doesn't mean that you cannot do that. Just because someone has not been a professional sports person in your family doesn't mean that you cannot do that. You are meant to lead, okay? You're meant to pave this new path which the next generations in your family might be able to follow. And it might not be the exact path, but just the reassurance that yes, we can go down a different path, we can walk down a different path, and we don't have to follow the same path, okay? And kind of this homesickness which is coming here, like the Hirayat card which came here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, so do let me know if I'm wrong and if you know the exact pronunciation of this. But anyway, why the Hirayat come? Why I think the card is coming for you, and it says longing for home, homesick for the stars. And I really want to address this because I feel like, what you're doing up until this moment, that is not totally aligned with your soul purpose. That is not aligned with what you truly want to do, which is why you're feeling this unrestness, which is you're feeling this unrest within you, why you're feeling this anxiety within you, because you have this pent up energy, because you have this energy and you want to move forward in this new direction, you want to execute these things in this new direction, but then there could be that holding back. Okay, there's that holding back because you see, like, there is this new land which awaits for her, but she is here and she is wondering, like, if she can actually go there, or if this even exists there, or if this is just an illusion. What universe is telling you is that no, it's not an illusion, and what you need to do is take a take a leap of faith. Basically, you have to forge, not follow, you have to create that path which can lead you to this particular point, and you have to follow your heart to that. You have to follow your heart, and it will guide you towards your true purpose, towards whatever is coming to you. And you need to start walking in order for this opportunity to come within your reality. And there's this great opportunity which is just in the works. Okay, it is happening behind the scenes because your soul is getting ready to walk down this path. So it's not like, if you're going to walk down this path, because you are going to walk down this path. It's more about the when. Okay, are you doing it tomorrow, or are you doing it like 10 years later? Because what spirit is telling me here is that ultimately you are going to follow this path, you're going to walk this path, because you are not meant to be here. And like, if this is not an added confirmation of that, I don't know what is, because it says you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. So I mean, stop overthinking, keep facing your true north, because you're already facing your true north. You're already headed towards the right direction. Stop asking yourself if you are meant to have this dream. Stop asking yourself if you should just listen to your ancestors and listen to the elders in your family and feel like, oh, but I'm not good enough to be doing that. Because no, you are great to, I mean, like, you're meant to do that. You have come here in order to do that, because when you do that, you're not just healing yourself, you're not just following your own dreams, but also the dreams of your ancestors. What your ancestors, some of your ancestors couldn't do, you are going to execute that now. You are here to execute that now. You are going to also fulfill some of their dreams, because like, what is the next generation if not an extension of our families? And we only have next generations or new generations because there is something which needs some more work, which needs to happen in that line, familial line. So which is why you are here and you have this dream, and a lot of your ancestors also had this dream, but they couldn't follow it because they didn't have the opportunities, or they didn't live in the same time. Like, let's say if you want to be a tarot reader, or you want to be like a healer, and you have, or maybe you have this clairvoyance skills and you just want to be an actress, even that, or you get, like, now you have more opportunities than ever before to do be anything, to be anything. Like, if you want to be a witch, be a witch. If you want to be a wizard, be a wizard. Because you see what's happening here is that, like, if like it was like 100 years ago, or like even 100 years ago, if you wanted to be a witch, you would be burned at the stake for trying to be a, and they would just call you a witch and burn you at the stake. But now you have the freedom to be that, and it's because everyone, like the past generations, the past humans, and all our elders, they have been here and they have fought, they have brought this moment to us, they have brought this time to us so that we can go ahead and have the courage to follow our dreams and not be burned at the stake or stoned at the stake. Not that injustice doesn't happen today, but it still does happen. But we also but at the same time, we also have more freedom than any of our ancestors. Like, all our ancestors combined, we have more freedom than they ever had before. Like, we can do and be literally anything today, and the only thing which is stopping you or limiting you is your own beliefs. So with that, I can't believe that it took so long, but I'm going to pull some tarot cards for you. Okay, yeah, I had displaced my mat. So yeah, let's see, what additional message do you have for pile 3? What does pile 3 need to know? What pile 3 needs to know? What additional message do you have for pile 3? Okay. Oh, 9 of, yes, the Fool. What was I telling you about the new journey? And okay, I was feeling that, but okay, too many. That's just poor shuffling. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see, what does pile 3 have to know? What does pile 3 have to know? What does pile 3 have to know? What pile 3 needs to know right now? Okay, we have 4 cards. Since I was doing 4 for everyone, you have the Hierophant. Lovely. And you have the 7 of Pentacles reversed, and you have the Fool reversed. Okay, but I'm going to put them in this order just because they're easier for me to read. Okay, so what again is happening here is that obviously you have started walking down that path. Like, you're facing the true north, you're already doing it. Okay, do not stop. Like, you might not be seeing the results yet, or those opportunities might not have appeared to you yet, but what Spirit is telling me here is that you need to keep at it. Okay, to stop questioning yourself, keep at it, because growth doesn't happen in a day. Like, you, when you plant the seeds, the plant takes a while to grow. The plant doesn't grow overnight. Like, you plant a seed and then you wait for it to grow and you give it the time to grow, but with time it grows. But if you're constantly questioning, like, oh my god, I guess it's not growing because I don't see the fruits yet, it doesn't mean that work is not happening under, okay, the below the surface, which is very similar to the message which was coming from your moon card. Like, what you really need to do right now is observe a bit of patience, have a bit of patience, because whatever path you want to follow, it, you know in your heart which is the path for you, and you're already following the path. The only thing which is stopping you from realizing it fully, okay, the only thing which is stopping you from realizing it fully is taking ownership of that, owning up to that. Stop questioning yourself and trust that whatever you are following, the path you're following is actually the path for you. And when and it is a path for you, okay, there is no end. And when, like, and in the future, very soon, you're going to get like opportunities which confirm that. Some unexpected opportunities are going to come to you, and you're going to be like, wow, I could never have guessed that. But for that, you need to continue on this path, because only with persistence, only with consistency will you be able to see the results, and with patience. Okay, you have to give it your faith and you have to give it your patience, because the Hierophant card here talks about faith. You have to believe that whatever work you are doing, it's important and you're meant to do this. The reason that you feel called to this particular thing, the reason that you feel called to pursuing this particular line is because you are always meant to work on this thing. You are always meant to work and walk down this path. Okay, so I'm also doing a bit of book divination today, and we have this book, The Rise Sister Rise, by Rebecca Campbell, a guide to unleashing the wild woman within. So basically, what I do with the book divination, or what we do with book divination, is open it to a random page, and whichever page comes to you, there is some for you. There is some message there for you. Okay, so it says like behind every reason woman is a group of women who paved the way. Oh my god, what were we talking about paving the way? And you're here to pave the way. Let's read this page. We are the Marguerites, the Magdalenes, and the Crones. Ah, I love that. We are the ones who stood alone to pave the path before you. I was just, did I not just talk to you about that? Like, if you need any more confirmation, cannot, this cannot be a coincidence. Okay. I mean, there are no coincidences. It's all because it was meant to happen. Anyway, let's get to it. We are the ones who stood alone to pave the path before you. We are the ones who fought for what so many of you are now able to take for granted. The ones who remember a time before the hiding and the struggle. A time when all women were deeply respected and unafraid to share their birthright. Who knew their worth, embodied their power, and deeply trusted their intuition, who drew their strength from their very core and shared their magic freely. Our deepest wish is that you recognize and use the gifts that so plentifully abound, that you unveil the medicine and not resist sharing it with the world, to remember the pact from long ago, to continue the path that we started so long ago. The time has come for all, and for one and all to take their place and rise. So step forward to rise on up and walk the path just like we planned. The veil of silence has been lifted. Your message is your life. Now free your voice. Unbind your power. Forge a new path, create a new model, and rise. The time is now. You are on due course. Let's unite and remember what we started so long ago. And this you can use as a journal prompt, and it says, how are you being called to step up and rise? So, what was I telling you? Didn't I just say that you were meant to be here? And so, I mean, you have to follow this path, okay? This is the right path for you. And if you came to this reading looking for a confirmation of that, there you have it. You now have the confirmation of that, okay? So, yeah, that was it for your message today. Pave the path, and you are already facing your true north. You know that path which you have to follow. So, just continue down that path, okay? So, thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you for your energies. And if you like this video, to give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this, because it really helps the channel and gives me motivation to keep on making those videos. And thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello, my pile 3. If you chose this card, then you have the 9 of fire. If you chose the pile 4, then you have 9 of fire. And what this card talks to me in particularly is about re-examination. This card stands for re-examination, and it is asking you to look at something closely, because maybe something needs to change. But before proceeding further, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. Okay. Oh my god. Yes, definitely. So you have the Tower card. Love a good Tower card. And then you have OMG, Observer. What was I just telling you about observation? Oh, I just had the chills, because the next card is wait, postpone, say no. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you, keepers of the earth. Then you have the great severing Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Then you have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Interesting. Okay, there's this thing about observation, and obviously with the Tower card, and what I said first about re-examining. So I feel like things are not concrete yet, okay? The things are not finalized yet. Some things are going to change around you, and with that, the choices may be something which you have chosen, or something which you want to choose, that thing is also going to change. Okay, it's like it's like, okay, hopefully it won't be anything as dramatic as this, but just the funniest example or the most recent example of unexpected things happening which came to my mind is the COVID, right? Like that was a major tower moment for the whole world. And like because of COVID, a lot of things had to shut down and a lot of things had to happen, and and couldn't happen. A lot of things had to be postponed. But what you need to remember is that everything happens in divine timing. Okay, there is no, everything happens in divine timing. So what is really coming to me here is that you need to let go, and you really need, that's my kitten which is crying. And basically what happened was she sneaked out and she went and she fell into a drain. So obviously she came back home and she was like all covered in all drain goo and stuff. So I had to give her a shower, and she didn't want to be, like blow dried, because she hates the blow dryer, the sound and everything. So, yeah, she didn't want to be that dried that way. So I have turned on the heater in the room, and she's sitting there, and she was yelling at me like, "Come on, why did you bathe me?" and stuff. You know how cats are. So basically, now it's interesting that it happened when I was doing your reading, because it adds on like what I was talking about, like, you know, observing for a while. It's interesting that this happened, because what I feel like there is something which you need to do, because you can do before you can do this particular thing. Okay, and I'm doing, yeah, there is just some work which you have to complete before you can start this new journey, before you go on this new journey. So whatever thing you want to do right now, you really have to trust spirit on this, and you have to wait for a while, because what's happening is life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. There is something which you need to know, there is something which you need to become aware of, there is just something which you need to do before you can start this journey, before you can do this. Like right now you can start this journey, but it's going to take you much longer to see it to fulfillment, and it's also going to take a lot more of hard work and a lot more of basically work from you, because right now the timing is not right, basically. Yeah, you also have the tower, and whenever the tower shows up, it talks about change, it talks about some changes which are happening. And yeah, as I was saying, I think I was saying something about like right now, there's this huge change which is happening in the cosmos. And I just looked at the timer and it was 555 again. That's a number, or that's the angel number which denotes change. So lot of synchronicities happening in your reading. So I feel like also keep an eye out for synchronicities, because you'll know, you'll be guided towards which is the right path for you right now, and what is the thing that you need to do right now before you can work this journey which you are so impatient to work upon, because you know this is the path you need to work upon. But right now, even this card says wait, postpone, pause, say no. Like right now is not the correct time for you. Right now is the time to do certain something else, because if you look at this card, there is this storm which is happening here. So obviously if you, and can you can see all the lightning which is happening there. So obviously if you try to pass that particular landscape, it's not that you won't be able to pass, you'll be able to pass, but it will be a lot more difficult. Instead, if you just wait here for a while and maybe explore this city where you are at right now, then the storm passes and you'll be able, the scenery becomes clearer, the way becomes clearer, and you'll be able to pass with ease, and that'll be more in the flow and with time. So right now what I feel like you need to do is look into your life. Okay, it could also be that that is something which you are already working upon, but maybe you're finding a lot of resistance there. So what spirit wants you to ask yourself is that what is that's some other thing where you can invest the time right now, where the while this thing grows, while the landscape, while the sky is cleared up, what is that other thing which you can invest this time in instead of my cat again. Sorry, Mono. Okay, there's a lot of blockages, so it could be that you are just like, you saw, like, for one, I had to go get up and get my sh- cat, like, bathe my cat, and then semi dry her, and then I came back to this reading, and then even right now she was trying to grab my attention, so again I had to pause the video. I had to tend to her and just tell her that I'm here and everything, not to be scared because she hates being wet. But at the same time, I'm dying to do this reading. So I feel like it's almost the same kind of energy for you. Like you are dying to walk this path, you're trying to reach this end point, like pass over, you're dying to do this particular thing. There is this impatience which is there in your life right now. But what you need to do is pause, tend to what you need to do first, tend to other things first, because there are some other things. It could be that you are about to move someplace, you're about to move to a new place, and then there is this waiting period which is just killing you because you can't wait. There is this impatience which is coming. So what spirit wants you to know is that trust in the divine timing. Everything happens in the divine timing, and you cannot fight the divine timing. You cannot fight or resist the divine timing, or you cannot do things before their divine timing. So trust in the divine timing. Everything will happen at the exactly the right time for you. But right now what you need to do is invest this time in some other things. There are some other things which you need to finish with, some loose ends which you need to tie off. Okay, because otherwise those things will, my cat again. And there is my cat, Lucy. Hi, Mono. Okay, so I tried the drying again, the hair with the hair dryer, and now as you can see, she's completely dry. Say hello, Lucy. Lucy, say hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. Okay, totally. Hello, group 4. Welcome back to your reading. So, the number of breaks which I had to take before I could come here and do your reading. Of course, first my cat fell down. Then I had to go and bathe her. Then I dried her. I tried to dry her up. She wouldn't let me. Then she came, as you saw, and then I had to dry her again. So I went and dried her using a hair dryer again. Then once I was done with that and I came in to film the rest of the video, my camera was running out of battery. So again, I had to put it back on charge, and I had a bit of a waiting time in between. And so I just did my skincare. In the while, I spent some time scrolling my phone and playing some games and all that. So I think it's pretty clear at this point that there is something which you need to do, because the synchronicities, the way this reading happened, wild. Like, I've never had a reading which happened with so many interruptions and breaks. So I feel like that is majorly the energy of your pile. Okay, I know you are impatient to get started on this journey. I know you want to get started on this journey, and trust me, I wanted, because the messages were coming through as soon as I started your reading. So I wanted to just, you know, get the reading over with. But obviously, that was not in the divine timing. And maybe if I had done it at that time, you would understand what I meant by. You wouldn't understand what I meant by wait or no or postpone. Okay, because when you're trying to fight against the flow of time, like when the cat came, I could have checked my battery, I could have put my phone on charge, I could have put my camera on charge, and then I could have, after bathing her, I could have tried, like I could have been a little more tough with her. Like I could have been like, no, you need to, you cannot run away from this, just get dry and whatever. But I let her get away because also I was getting impatient to finish the reading. But obviously it was not meant to be, because again, came back, camera died, etc, etc. Then I went and did my skincare, and honestly I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now. And oh, I know Yeah, like when I came back to film the video, I checked the time on my phone and it's 12:22. So there's that 222. So again, it's the synchronicities, when you are in alignment, the universe will give you a sign, the universe will show you synchronicities, the universe will show you angel numbers, and things will just start happening smoothly. Okay, so the thing is, I know you're impatient, you just want to get started with the next phase of your life, you just want to get started to the next journey, and you just want this journey to be over. But the fact is that, okay, the fact is that right now it's not in divine timing, it is not in alignment with your soul purpose. What you need to do is take some time off and maybe dive into yourself, do some introspection, and like ask yourself what is the thing which you're avoiding, maybe which you're trying to run away from because you're impatient to get started here. And there is nothing wrong with that. I mean, impatience, I understand that, and I was trying to do that myself. But what your spirit guides are saying, that you really need to look a little more, take a while, take a break before you can get started with this journey, because it's not in divine timing right now. Okay, so as you can see, what I'm feeling is that, like, so it could be a lot of things, and obviously this is a generalized reading, so the same thing won't fit with everyone, so I'll try to give a few different examples. So it could be like you want to quit your job, and there is this new path which you want to pursue. So what spirit is telling you is, not just yet, not right now, wait for a month or two. Okay, and you don't have to do everything right now. Do some introspection, do some inspection, do some exploration, do some examination of, and maybe do some research in the time about the line you want to pursue, about the stream you want to pursue, or maybe the company which you want to join. Take some time before making that leap. Okay, it's not time for you to make the leap yet. So if you're a student, and it could be that you just want to get started with the next phase of your life, maybe you're finishing a phase, finishing one chapter of your life, and then maybe you're starting a new semester or something, and you cannot wait to be done with it, done with this semester, and get to the next semester. But the thing is, you cannot just leap, you cannot just jump from here to there. You have to also do well, you have to do your assignments in time. So there are just those things which you need to do. And I'm getting the message that for some of you it could be something to do with moving, like you're moving to a new land, or you're moving to a new place, or moving to a new city or new country, and you are impatient, you just want to go from here to there, and there is no patience. Like, and I understand, because right now you're sort of in this in between. Your energy is a bit like in between right now. You're not entirely in either of the places. So what spirit is telling you is that it's not time for you to go there yet. So you have some time before you can go there, and in the meantime you can invest that time elsewhere. You need to invest the time elsewhere. For some of you it could be marriage. Maybe you can't wait to be married. What spirit is telling you is that first of all you need to work on yourself. There is some work which you need to work on yourself, and there is something which you just have to do before you can get married. Okay, like, this is not in divine timing, this is not in divine plan. Okay, so the next card which you have is Keepers of the Earth. You're not alone, ancient ancestors stand beside you. So there's a lot of ancestral messages which is coming your way. Okay, there is, your ancestors are trying to communicate with you, so maybe take this time off to connect with them. Okay, because everyone is asking you to wait, the universe is asking you to wait, so maybe you just need to connect with your ancestors, with your spirit guides, with your animal guides. There's just this, I feel like this is a time which you need to spend in introspection, in meditation, in inner learning, in that exploration of that field of your inner world, and just trusting the universe with devotion and with love. Okay, with love, because you again also have this card, and this is the great severing severing. Severing, I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. I mean, English is not my first language, so please excuse me if that's not correct. But yeah, you have this. So that this is Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So what Spirit is again telling you is that part of the impatience is part of that Mars energy which you are feeling right now. Okay, and there is this overactivation of the zodiac sign Aries when I'm filming this video. Now it might not be big when you're watching the video, because as I said, like, the videos are timeless, so you can come to it whenever. But there is this activation of Aries energy in you or in the cosmos right now, and that's why you're feeling this impatience, like you cannot wait for this chapter of your life to get over, and so that you can move to the next chapter of your life. But what spirit guides are telling you, but what spirit guides are telling you is that you can't make the you can't just jump from this point to that, and you can't be like, okay, I just want to be done with this chapter of your my life, because then it would be done in conflict. Okay, it would be done with, I can't deal with this anymore. That sort of energy. But what you need to do is give it your gratitude, because a chapter of your life is indeed ending. Okay, there is one chapter which is ending. Even with the tower here, it is ending. But what you need to do, instead of making the leap right now, instead of being like, okay, I cannot wait to get rid of this phase of my life, because good or bad, okay, this phase taught you a lot, and that's why you are here today asking these questions. But so what's important is that you don't be like, okay, like, I just, unappreciative of the things which you learned. So what spirit is telling you is that do not leave with hatred in your heart, do not leave with misery in your heart. Tie up the loose ends. Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying, from like trying to say from the beginning, and I just couldn't. Tie up the loose ends and leave with love. There is no reason why you have to leave with conflict, because conflict doesn't help anyone, right? So you have to leave with love. Then you have the Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. So obviously you guys are going to go forward, like, this is also part of your life lesson. And when you leave with the gratitude, with love in your heart, your soul is going to go through this immense phase of growth, and that is going to help with the new chapter which is waiting there. Okay, the new chapter which is about to begin in your life. But in order to get there, you cannot take the shortcut, you cannot just leap. You have to live with love and gratitude. Okay, you can see, like, the girl here is falling now. Okay, girl or guy, the person here is falling, and this is the leap of faith which they have taken. But there is some time before they hit the ground. Okay, so in this time, you go through this land, you go through this energy, you pass the energy of anger, of conflict, of impatience, and you leave with love, you leave with gratitude, you leave with the devotion that, yes, thank you for teaching me all that you have taught me, but right now it's time for me to graduate, it's time for me to move to the next level, move to the next phase of my life. Okay, and I'm going to do that. But in order to do that, you need to live with gratitude. Then the next phase of your life will be much more beautiful, and it will be much more easier and smoother. Okay, so that was what this was about. Okay, let me pull some tarot cards for you, and we are going to look at what is the thing which you need to look upon. You got the Hangman, and since that fell this way, I'm going to keep these two cards. All right, so you have the Hangman, which again talks about that to wait. Okay, that liminal space of waiting, that phase of waiting, that phase of trusting the universe. Oh my god, Seven of Pentacles. So there's again that wait. Okay, so not gonna lie, there is this waiting which you have to do. You cannot just, as I said, you cannot just skip forward, you cannot just move from here to the next phase of your life. You have to go through this path. Okay, it's not like you can just jump over, you can just, not have, like, you have to deal with the journey. It's a journey, and you have to enjoy and acknowledge the journey. You cannot just move past move past the journey in a rush. Okay, so you have the Hangman, which again talks about waiting patiently, because at the end of it all, you will have a new perspective. Like why you had to wait, you would understand, the thing will become so much more clearer to you. And you have the Ace of Swords, so yeah, that clarity, you will achieve that clarity with the wait, with the time. That clarity will come to you, and again the growth is happening. The things are going to materialize as you want them to, but for that first you have to wait, because obviously if when you plant a seed, it doesn't grow the very next day. You have to wait for a while for the plant to grow and it to bear fruits. So, and even when it starts with the flowers, like even when the fruits come, you cannot just get the fruits the very next day. You have to wait for the fruits to ripen up before you can get them. Okay, so you have the Page of Pentacles again. Obviously you have this new field where you are willing to play, and you are going to play there, but the Page of Pentacles is also slow, so you have to trust the timing of thing. And Ten of Wands, yeah, so whatever load you're carrying, whatever you think, like this movement, it shouldn't be done with that, oh my god, it's just what I was talking about. Okay, let's get over with, let's get this over with, because you have a journey to undertake. It's not done yet. There are some loose ends which you need to tie here. Okay, so let's just take a final look at what is the, I think we got the answer, but we are going to pull it, shuffle and pull a card again, or wait for some card to fall. So we are going to ask, what is the thing which you need to do before you can move forward? What does this waiting period entail for you? Pile 4. Why are they being made to wait? Okay, we have 3 cards. So you have the King of Cups, you have the Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Okay, so there is a lot of abundance, there's a lot of bliss where you are currently, but it could be that you're not acknowledging, you're not paying attention, you're not expressing the gratitude to all the abundance and love which you have around you. But when you do that, when you take ownership of the love and abundance, like, yeah, I have gained so much. Don't look at the things which you have not been able to have because of this, because you had to be here in this current journey. Okay, like, do not start the new journey with the energy of the things which you lacked in your life right now. Okay, like maybe you lacked your independence, maybe you lacked your freedom of time, freedom of expression, or whatever. Do not do not focus on the lack. Focus on what you gained through this journey. Make a gratitude list. Do a gratitude list and express the joy and the contentment and your gratitude for whatever the things, whatever you gained from this particular journey. Okay, because good or bad, this journey gave you something. You will learn certain lessons here, but if you don't acknowledge that, then you are living with that impatience, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to live with impatience, because then you will face delays everywhere. Okay, instead you have to live with gratitude, so that, sorry, so that you can face the abundance, you can get the abundance, and your growth can start happening for you, and things just become smoother and easier for you. Okay, live with gratitude and even better things will come to you. Do not leave with the energy of lack. Do not leave with the energy of, oh, I just wasted my life here. No, you learned valuable life lessons here. Do not leave with the energy of ingratitude. Okay, live with the energy of gratitude. Okay, so we are also going to do book divination. We are also doing book divination, and I did that for all the other piles. So basically I'm going to pull the book and open it to some random page. Okay, so and see whatever comes up, and hopefully there'll be some message here for you. Okay, so it says, a prayer for times of remembering. May every soul hear the whispers of time forgotten. May every body be unleashed and unchained. May every vow of silence be dissolved forevermore. May all seeds of light planted sprout, rise and bloom. May sacred lands continue to sing songs of remembering. May every heart beat in harmony. May every human heart beat in harmony with the rhythm of life. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Okay. I mean, okay. The fact that the book opened to this page and I was drawn to this page and not this page, because it says a prayer for times of remembering. So you have to remember the good times now, because our journey is ending. Okay, our journey is nearing its end. So remember the good times. As I said, like, make that list of gratitude. May every soul hear the whispers of time forgotten, because you don't want to leave with the energy of having forgotten whatever this phase of your life gave you, because nothing is ever wasted. Time is never wasted. You are always learning something, you're always growing. Okay, time doesn't stay still, neither do you. With every passing day you learn something, whether you realize that or not. You're always learning something, so time is never wasted. Okay, so acknowledge that. Make a list of all that you learned, whatever you gained, however much you earned, or how much knowledge you gained. So make a list of that and express your gratitude from deep within your heart, and live with that energy, and only the best of the best of the best will come to you. Okay, so yeah, that was your reading, pile 4. If you like this video, if this resonated with you, to give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this, because and it also helps the channel, not gonna lie, it does, and gives me the motivation to keep making videos like this. Okay, so thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you for your energies, and remember, whatever you're striving for is going to happen. It's just going to take a little while. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you the next time. Bye.